like they were moving some people up front that, it's hard to run the ball in Wartburg and with their scheme and everything, and our guys were getting after them up front. So I thought from that standpoint we were awesome. Just the execution at times on both sides of the ball, that's the stuff that we got to clean up. Obviously, the difference in the game is, you're tied 7-7, have the ball, and just, cannot give them the ball on your doorstep, make a mistake, and that's what we did. And, great teams take advantage of that, and so, we're going to learn from it. We're going to get better. We're going to continue to grow from it. So.
You and I were talking last week, and Brent and I was talking on the pregame show as well. It's like, it's opening week. Who's going to be the big surprises? I'm using air quotes, surprises. Gavin Carpenter, holy cow, what a ball game. And you mentioned it during the pregame. He's been having such a nice camp. Jeremiah Williams, of course, was missing Chase Newman on Saturday night. Jeremiah Williams stepped up. We've seen some guys that stepped up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's no surprise. I mean, what you do in practice shows up in games, and we've seen it out of Gavin all of camp. He's had a terrific camp for us, and really he came in competing for a starting job and really just took off and ran with it, and has been incredible since the jump, playing that position, in camp. And it's a new position for him, and he was outstanding. Flew around on defense, special teams. He was awesome. And then, Jeremiah's had another guy that's had a great camp for us. Really improved, what he's done from in the past. And these are guys you just can't put a value on guys that have stayed in your program, continue to work and continue to get better. Jeremiah's a guy that really hasn't seen a ton of time until now his junior year, and he's making the most of it. So there's extreme value to that, guys that'll stay in the program and work and continue to get better, and you're getting to see that kind of take place. So yeah, those guys did a lot of good things, but there was tons of guys. I mean, you look across the board, our defense, I mean, you go back and watch that game, how many times they were on our doorstep and our kids fought. I'm even watching to the end, that last drive, like we're down 21-7, and I go out, when I take time out, and I just say, hey, listen, they don't score here. We're not letting them in. And you should see on that field goal, that last field goal they try with, 15 seconds left or whatever, the effort, our guys, I think we tip it on it. It's just unbelievable how hard our kids played Saturday night, and couldn't be more proud of them for that.
Yeah, you talked about physicality, and this is as physical, I think, as from the naked eye. Of course, you were on the sidelines, got to see it firsthand, but as physical as we've been against a team like Wartburg that I've seen for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Their head coach, texted me and said, hey, we were physical. And when a coach acknowledges how physical you are, that's what we want to hear as a team. So, yeah, I thought our guys were ready to play. They were not intimidated by the moment. On the road against the number 9 team in the country, they didn't flinch one bit. Our guys were ready to play, and we didn't go up there to be close. Obviously we're disappointed. We wanted to win that football game. We believed we could win that football game, but we're going to learn from it, and we're going to continue to get better.
Nice. Anything else maybe surprised you?
No, I mean not really. I mean. We just had, some guys, step in that, we had a few guys get dinged, but, Nate Grohl, I thought, played a tremendous ball game for us, played his tail off. Carter Russell came in, did a lot of good things. Landon Erksleben played in his first start at defensive tackle, was outstanding. And then, the usual suspects were all tremendous, Derek Chandler, Anthony Secaucus, and Jeremiah Hardnett, and the linebackers were really outstanding. And then Damian Braun really stepped in. I thought, playing his first start at safety, he's played some for us in the past, and I thought he played tremendous. So was just real happy with, the defense across the board. And then, we had a freshman offensive lineman, Ace Akers, get his first collegiate start, and, man, he was getting after it up front. Made some mental mistakes, some freshman mistakes, but boy, was he physical in the game, and our offensive line was super physical, was super happy with that. And Rublik was incredible. I thought he ran the heck out of the football, was tough. Those were hard yards that he earned, and did a tremendous job. So.
Yeah, I had 62 yards rushing for Nate Rublik against a team that doesn't give up much more than that, period, as a team nationally all year long.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and they were tough yards. They were not easy yards, and it took, their guys. It was taking more than one guy to bring them down every time. So. I thought Nate was incredible for us. Caught some balls out of the backfield too. Did a lot of great things for us on Saturday night.
All right, we got Lawrence University as we start things for real as far as conference goes. This Saturday, get the home opener against Lawrence University. They lost to Martin Luther College 33-14. I know it's only Monday, but I'm sure you've seen a little bit of film on them for sure.
Yeah, I watched them both offensively, defensively last night. I haven't watched their special teams yet, but they're doing some unique things on offense, a lot of jet motion that creates different leverages on your defense. So we're going to have to do a good job adjusting to their jet motions. Athletic quarterback, just like we saw last week, a kid that can pull it down and run it. And then defensively, I thought, up front they got some kids that do some nice things, and they're playing hard. They're well coached. I really like their head coach. He was the defense coordinator at Lake Forest last year, and he's a heck of a guy, and he's doing really good things with that program. It's going to take some time, obviously, but what we're going to talk about with our guys, it's not about Lawrence this week. It's about Monmouth College. It's about the standard. It doesn't matter who's in front of us. There's a standard of play that we're expected to play. We got to make a big jump from week 1 to week 2. We got to continue to get better. We didn't play our best football Saturday night, and that's our goal. So we got to – it doesn't matter who's in front of us. It's about us, and we got to continue to get better as a football program this week.
Historically, we've bounced back pretty darn solid in that week 2 after the Wartburg game.
Yeah, I would expect our guys to be ready to play a home game, family weekend. We're going to have a great crowd, and I would expect our guys to come out ready to play Saturday for sure.
Yeah, and you're, of course, head coach, you're looking at Lawrence, and that's it. Then the week after that is Lake Forest, so it is kind of time to get a little bit of a roll here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we got to play better football than what we played a week ago. We got to be able to execute better. That's the biggest thing that I saw. The effort was there, just sometimes the execution lacked, and we got to be better executing on both sides of the ball and on special teams. We made a couple big special teams mistakes Saturday night too that hurt us in that game too. So there's a lot of things to clean up week 1 to week 2. They always say you make your biggest jump from week 1 to week 2. So hopefully we can do that as a program.
Braden Deem, 19 out of 44, working with kind of some I'm going to say new guys, but some inexperienced guys. It'll be nice to get Chase Newman back at some point down the line to get a little bit more experience. But looked like as the game went on, they were getting a little bit more on the same page.
Yeah. Working with a lot of new outside guys, so he had to make that adjustment. I think Braden would tell you that definitely wasn't his best game. I think he got hit early and maybe got him off some reads. He can play much better, and he will play much better. We got a lot of faith in Braden that he's going to do that, and he's going to bounce back in a big way this week.
All right, my man. Can't wait to get at April Zorn Memorial Stadium, get some people out there. The family weekend, like you said. It's going to be a good crowd, good packed house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, come on out. You're going to see a great brand of football. I'm telling you, this team is fun to watch. They're going to come, and they're going to play their tails off on Saturday. So.
I got to tell you, when Brent and I went off the air on Saturday night, we both looked at one another and said, this is going to be a special year. This is a special group.
Absolutely. I told our guys afterwards that, I've taken conference championship teams on the road up there, and we've gotten blown off the field and not even been on the same field as these guys. And this team got a chance to do special things this year if we continue to work and continue to get better.
All right, my man. Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Monmouth College football coach Chad Braun on our Monmouth McDonald's Coach's Corner. We'll be back.